Howdy, howdy. We're back. More Division B action. This is a week 2 set between Feroker's team, the 3 seed, and Nepo clan, the 4 seed, coming into the tournament. So let's see. Week 1, Feroker's team, they had a 2-0 win over the 6 seed Pebbles. And Nepo clan, I think I casted this set. Nepo clan with a 0-2 loss to the 1 seed LWS in week 1. So here, the 3 seed and the 4 seed will meet up, and let's get into it. So for the draft, maps: Arabia, Valley, Hideout. Those are our 3 maps. And here are our civs selected. Feroker's team, which I believe is a team from the Czech Republic. Drafting maybe Mayans Khmer, maybe Mayans Lith for Arabia, Vietnamese Malians maybe for Hideout, Portuguese Slavs, or sorry, not Hideout, Valley. I'm thinking Slavs Portuguese for Hideout. We'll see. I mean, hard to tell what's going to be for Valley, what's going to be for Arabia, since those 2 maps tend to play out somewhat similarly. Over here for Nepo clan, Franks Britons, classic pairing for Arabia. What's going to be Hideout? Spanish Koreans? Probably Spanish Koreans. I'm thinking maybe Saracens, Persians for Valley. But we'll see. Ethiopians banned, Mongols banned, Magyars, Gaharas. All right. Let's jump in. Game number 1 on Arabia. Here we go. Okay. So let's start with Feroker's team. We've got Feroker here in the yellow playing as the Slavs. So I got that completely wrong. I was thinking Slavs would be for Hideout, but we'll be seeing Slavs here on Arabia. Great food eco, of course. Downside with them is no access to Paladin. So if the game goes late, the heavy cav options sort of incentivizing you to play into Boyar. Of course, that requires getting castles up while not letting off the production too much. But Feroker, very strong player. I think the second highest 1v1 elo in Division B, about 1900. And then his teammate, Lopiger. Apologies for the pronunciation. Lopiger we'll go with. I think coming in as like a 1400 player. Let me check here. Yeah, 1v1 elo 1387. So a significant disparity between these 2 players. But Lopiger here will be playing as the Mayans in the red. Then over on the other side, Pleb Guardiola in the blue playing as the Britons, and Pac-Man Stally in the green as the Franks. And this is a German team. So coming in about 100 elo points less in terms of the entry rating. That's roughly average 1v1 elo. Feroker's team 1643, Nepo clan 1558. And let's see these 2 players here. Looking at Pac-Man Stally, 1v1 elo about 1355, Pled Guardiola 1640. We've got the 2 stronger 1v1 players in the Cav role on the bottom here. So Cav v Cav, Archer v Archer. We do have red coming out here to start scouting blue. How's this base looking for Archer player? Not ideal. The gold's pretty out front and under a big hill, so Pleb Guardiola is definitely going to want to make a point of getting his ranges out in front of that. Oh, pardon me. I had the elos backwards here. Yeah, Pac-Man Stally is I think the lower elo player of the 2. Pleb Guardiola, the higher ranked player. So for Nepo clan, they'll have the higher rated player in the Archer role. So do we have any deer pushing here from red? Doesn't look like all 3 deer are still there. So red's going to prioritize scouting over the deer pushing, which is less common in the current meta. Just missing blue's base here, so a little bit of unfortunate time wasted there for him. But that early scouting heading out that early. Perhaps Lopager's thinking men-at-arms? At least in today's meta. Usually people push before scouting just because it's so predictable what your opponent's going to go for. So if you're scouting early, it could be because you're planning on men-at-arms, you want to know where to get damage in, or you're just contemplating men-at-arms. You want to see if you have the Cav player on your side, since men-at-arms is so much more viable against a Cav player. Or it could just be you're worried about men-at-arms yourself and you want to see if your opponent has a barracks. Alright, blue going heavy to gold here. Ooh. Eagle gets sniped. Very unfortunate for Lopager there. And that is a nice find there for Pleb Guardiola. Alright, we got 19 pop up here for Pac-Man Stally. And 19 pop as well here for Feroker. 2 lumber camps and 1 lumber camp. I do like this map for a Cav player. Quite easy walls. I mean, you could even just wall all the way over here. Berries are pretty safe. Yeah, I really dig this map. Yeah, I mean, a little greedy, but I think you could. You got really nice wood lines. Could honestly wall all the way to that cliff. And then to the TC on both sides here. You'd even get a safe gold to start off on. Alright, so we're looking at a 20 pop build here for red and a 19 pop build here for blue. A little bit of idle time in there. Yeah, Lopager with about a little more than a Vill's worth of idle time. And Pleb Guardiola with a bit of idle time as well. Alright, here comes our stable for Pac-Man Stally. Feroker notes it. Now, Feroker's map, not nearly so wallable. It's a huge, huge space here. My guess is probably just gonna... Yeah, I mean, just go for really small walls here. Alright, contact out front here. Pac-Man Stally trying to get a jump on Lopager's Ville. I think he's gonna get the kill. Yeah, loses some HP on the scout, but as the archer player, I think that's probably worth it. Also delays that first range going up. Nicely done there. And scouts are out here for Feroker. Gets a spirit as well. Snipes one of Pac-Man Stally's scouts. Those are precious scout numbers in the beginning of this engagement here. So Pac-Man Stally adding 1 spear of his own to try to get that wall up. He's going to have to be aware of this. There's a 1 tile gap there. Hopefully he notices. And here come Feroker's scouts. Right toward the area being walled. Let's see if Pac-Man Stally is able to get some pokies in there with spear. Yeah, gets a number of hits in here. That's a good fight for Pac-Man Stally. Takes a good amount of HP off both those scouts. Spear coming forward. Spear has lost some HP. Looks like engaged with those scouts briefly. Green trying to lure it into the TC and will in fact succeed. So nice snipe there in the spear and a good start here for Nepo clan. Trying to get some early aggression here. Fletching already in for blue. Let's see what kind of fight blue can take. Yeah, really nice micro here so far by blue. Yeah, Nepo clan off to a very nice start. And yeah, green's just going to go for circular walls. That's probably preferable, especially when you're up against a Cav player where that aggression's going to be in your face quick. Alright, look at this. Archers. Already bearing down here on red. Red forced into a defensive tower. I like that tower, though. Protects both the gold and the wood. Although archers here might be able to range some of that gold. Yeah, excellent pressure so far here by blue. But here comes some scouts. Or Feroker looking for some counter damage on blue. We will finish that wall here. Actually leaves 1 Ville stuck out in the cold. It's open here? No, I think that tree line covers it. Yeah, this pressure is absolutely fantastic. And red with no fletching right now, so blue's just getting great value out of all these engagements. But should clean this here. It does. Reinforcements are in, but yellow scouts are here. Probably looking for reinforcements at this point. Good spear by blue, and there she is. She's finally returning home. All right, green scouts are out. And yellow, yeah, trying to hunt down these reinforcement villagers. Probably not the best fight here for green. Yeah, losing a lot of HP on... Loses 2 scouts there. I don't think got any villagers. That's an unfortunate engagement there for green. Nepo clan 4 villager lead at the moment. But Feroker's team with a 4 military advantage. Second range coming down here for blue. And because blue was only on 1 range, and red's been on 2, red actually has more archer numbers, despite taking all that early damage. So let's see if green and blue's armies can link up here. Yeah, red definitely took some damage. Only 25 vills right now. Yeah, and some idle time in the mix as well. 3 minutes of idle time. Quite a bit of idle time for green and blue as well. About 3 vills worth. Feroker, very, very clean build so far. And a nice engagement here for yellow. Snipes a scout. Had that hill bonus working for him as well. Green's got numbers here. And these are Frank scouts. A bit of extra HP. No upgrades yet for yellow. Yellow looks like he's just rushing his way to Castle Age. Look at the res here. Yeah, yellow will be able to click up here in no time. Playing defensive with a few scouts. Nice engagement there by blue. Takes out 2 of yellow's scouts.
Shot it.
Because red's got pretty good numbers here. Armor coming in for blue as well. Wheelbarrow for yellow, and yellow will click in probably just 30 seconds here. And I don't think Nepo clan is going to be able to get damage, not with this number of archers on the field. Though armor is coming in for these scouts. Might be able to get a jump on those archers. Especially if they can do it before these reinforcements arrive. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole. But there's a tower, so it will not hurt Lopager too much. Nepo clan desperately looking for damage here. Castle Age is on the way for Feroker. And if Feroker's team can avoid damage here, they will be in a really good spot. They'll have knights on the field early. Especially with this army kind of lurking toward the back. This army could potentially be trapped. Clean by knights. Just really good archers numbers here for red. More than negating that hill bonus that Nepo clan is currently enjoying. Armor's in for yellow as well. See the micro here. Nepo clan doing a really nice job though of maintaining hill control, and they're going to take the fight. Nepo clan actually getting smoked here. Only yellow scouts left. Those have armor and will be completely cleaned up. A fight we expected Feroker's team to win, but they won with really good numbers left over. So Castle Age has been clicked for both the Nepo clan players, but they are going to have to survive here with knights soon bearing down on them. Double walls here by Pac-Man Stally. Should buy a little more time. A really nicely contained base here. Problem is archer numbers are really low right now for blue. So with these archers bearing down and knights on the field, Pleb Guardiola might be in serious trouble. Another problem for him is that this gold is rangeable from the wall, so if red's able to get his archers up here, all of a sudden blue's not going to be able to produce anything. Bloodlines is in, husbandry on the way. 2 knights on the field, 3 in the queue. And this is not a good spot at all for blue. Nepo clan still with a Vill lead, but they're going to have a real hard time surviving this pressure. The one bright spot for them, though, is red still hasn't clicked. Floating a good bit of wood. I think probably could buy his way up. Maybe doesn't have a market. Check back. Doesn't have a market right now. Might be worth getting one. Defensive tower here for Pleb Guardiola. Problem is, I don't know if that tower is actually going to... How much access to stone is that, to gold is that actually going to give him? I'm not sure. Archers might be able to still range the gold from up here. One vill goes down. Lots of idle time now here for blue, being pushed off that wood line. And knights continuing to roll in. Alright, crossbows in. Bodkin hasn't been clicked yet, though. But Guardiola hurting for res at the moment. Yeah, has 0 villagers on wood. Loses another vill. Excellent pressure right now from the Czechs. +2 armor coming in as well for yellow. Yeah. Cleaning up some green knights that straggled in. So green looking to add a 3rd stable before going for an additional town center. Already 2 TCs here for our Slavs player. Feroker's team in a fantastic position right now. Actually taking the villager lead by quite a bit. 6 fills, twice the army. A 3rd TC already coming down here. Slavs with a boom is never something you want to see when you're on the other side. No, this will be good engagement here for blue. Should be able to clean these archers. So I like what Lopicher is doing here. Just draw them away. Keep them away from the battle. Especially now that the pressure is coming this way. Oh no, Greenville's caught out in the open. I think Pac-Man Stally was looking to get this TC out there, but that is not going to be an option. Yellow, nicely dragging green over to the hill. Take advantage of the hill and advantage of the extra DPS from those archers. This is looking pretty bleak at the moment for Nepo clan. Although green somehow only 1 villager behind the Slav player at the moment. Despite being on 1 town center, and despite being the castle's leader. They're still just pressuring over here. Blue desperately looking for some counter damage. Might be able to range some of the vills here on this gold. Lopicher hasn't noticed yet. 1 vill down, 2 vills down. Alright, there he notices. Does he have extra gold he can take safely? No. Might try to sneak out here. This pressure is ferocious. 15 knights on the field right now for yellow. Only 4 for green. Green doesn't have any way to defend against this right now. Nice micro here by blue. Power getting some kills. Red looking for a safe source of gold. Gonna drop a town center there. I do not know what green's supposed to do here. These knights, if they break through that gate, it's gonna be fish in a barrel over there. Yellow's villager lead is continuing to expand a bit. And yeah, this is just... everything's bottled in here so tight. Look at all the idle vills. Just stuck up against each other. That's unfortunate. Alright, green has lost 2 stables. Has built another one, so it's still on 2 stables. Added some monks. Which makes sense here, because there's just no chance of catching back up in knight numbers. Feels like monks is kind of your only option at this point. Trying to add stable number 3. I do like that blue has continued to pressure red. Sure, Nepo clan knows that they've got to be behind the villagers at this point, and production's probably their only chance back in. Yeah, that villager number continuing to balloon. 25 villager lead right now for Feroker's team. And yellow's going to dive here. Taking the fight under the TC. Well, there's no vills garrison in the TC, and no fletching anyways. quick walls from green, but this is a really smart engagement by yellow, I think. Even if you're losing numbers there, you just want to keep your opponent's numbers down. You know you've got a great boom behind this. Just keep them from getting to any kind of dangerous mass. Even if it means slightly cost-inefficient trades. Green, really desperate to get a TC out here, is going to try it again. We're still looking at 19 knights versus 13. Blue looking for a counterattack over here. Maybe wait until there's engagement on this side. The yellow doesn't notice. Doesn't hear any alarm bells. I bet yellow notices right away. Loses one Vil. Yellow's going to dive again, and look at this. Forward castle right on green's face. This could be... That's a brutal spot. It's going to deny that gold. Prevent green from really ever sending knights out of the base on this side. Green's going to take the fight. Identical upgrades on all these knights. Yellow should win this fight. But with blue archers here, they might... Actually, yeah, yellow must not have had... Yellow's got knights elsewhere, huh? That went extremely well for Nepo clan. We may be seeing a throw here by Feroker's team. They're still so far ahead in the villager count, but... Oh, that gold is just haunting Club Guardiola. Yeah, nice deny. Really nice deny there. I'm not sure where those 13 knights were. I guess they were all hanging out at home. Not sure why Feroker only sent part of his army forward. Bit of a miscalculation on his part, perhaps, about Green's army numbers. This will definitely be a clean for yellow. I think Green desperately needs to preserve his numbers, because again, I think their only win condition is some kind of massive death ball army. You have 43 blue Expo on the field. Here they are. But without green support, these are going to get chewed up, especially there's only 21 in that group. These are knights with +2. Red trying to sneak around the back side of the base here. There's a really ripe wood line there. TC number 4 coming down for our Slavs player. I like that TC a lot. Needs it to keep those drills safe. Green probably needs to get those knights forward. Red does have ballistics. 1 extra armor over blue, and blue now adding a second town center. Alright. So, Nepo clan does have a military edge here. Oh, but the green knights get caught out without the blue archers there for a good while. Really unfortunate there for Nepo clan. Red archer reinforcements coming in, and all of a sudden, this push that looked like it maybe had some promise about to be cleaned. Yellow's got a lot of knights there. With that +2 armor, I think he could definitely take this fight. Yeah, he cleans this, and that is definitely GG. Yellow doing a nice job getting in behind blue's archers there. Green knights come in, but they are just a little too late. There are a lot more green knights at the moment. Only 4 yellow knights in the field. Could they break in here? Get some really serious damage. This is their chance. If green can spiderweb those knights throughout yellow's base, really bring down that Vil number. I mean, they're 50 Vils behind at this point. I mean, that's the other thing, is red's got a great economy too. It's not just yellow. Red is up to 84 villagers. This is knight's damage here. Yellow maybe got a little too greedy, took his foot off production here. Green with a castle. Oh man, I think in this situation you kind of have to go with an aggressive castle. That defensive castle really doesn't help you because your only win condition is causing catastrophic damage. And yeah, look at that. Green Knight's been cleaned. It just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough for Nepo clan. These archers getting some kills on this wood line. Yeah. Feroker defending against that pressure. $60 villager lead. I just don't see a way for Nepo clan back into this, especially not when we're talking about Imperial Age and Arbalists for red. We'll say the Pac-Man's tally has got a decent little eco going now, up to 84 villagers. 31 on food. It's about the same as our Slavs player. See here if maybe Nepo clan can shrink some of those expo numbers before Imperial Age, before they're able to upgrade Arbalist. After getting some kills over here on Green's Vills. Does lose a few under the castle. Alright, Nepo clan trying to dive, desperately looking for damage here. They do have to be careful about getting trapped. Look at that yellow up to 111 villagers, 41 farms, 43 farms. Another castle here for green. $22 green knights on the field. How many archers are here? 21. This will be a nice pick. That's an awesome find there for Nepo clan. A lot of yellow vills going down. Green knights coming in as well. And this is also buying some time here for Nepo clan because red archers are now moving over here to try to clean this up instead of immediately going to try to pressure their opponent. So that scary power surge of those Arbalists just tearing down town centers. Gonna be a bit delayed here. And more kills coming in for green and for blue here. The bill lead's still at 50. Military numbers basically identical. Yeah, green, not a fight green wants to take here. Big HP disparity. Definitely shouldn't take a fight absent blue's expo there. Okay, they've got a little bit of a hill. Green is up. 31 knights on the field. Those blue archers will definitely be cleaned. I think green's just trying to get out of dodge with those numbers to conserve them for Cavalier. Cavalier a minute and a half out. And yellow remaining in castle age, but has 3 castles around his base. That does offer a lot of protection. I think yellow knows they've got to be way ahead economically. And the only way they lose this is they suffer some serious ego damage at this point. I expect yellow is going to try to save up the click here soon. Has this castle. Has a nice hill there. Could work on trebbing these down. No treb production yet for green. Another thing these castles offer is that switch we talked about earlier. Feroker is going to have a smooth transition into Boyar here. Starting to bang some food. Definitely looking to click up. Pac-Man style with a lot of res. Probably going to click for Paladin right away. Yep, there it is. Yeah, what's the situation here for Guardiola? Still sitting on very small eco numbers, 66 vills. They've got quite the army here. And this army has some potential to cause really serious damage. Especially if that Paladin comes in, they could jump, clean these Arb. Clean red's base. Yellow still hasn't clicked. Yeah, could green's timing here really make the crucial difference. He wants to wait until paladins to jump on this. I like what green's doing here, though, getting in behind. When he has paladin, red's trapped out there in the open. Maybe he's thinking about diving before paladin even comes in. Yellow jumping in to try to get in on this fight as well. Yeah, as Nepo clan worked themselves back into this game, they're still down by a lot of ills, but this paladin tech is going to be huge. Paladin's in. A lot of ARB, though, and they are camped under a castle. And they're going to have a decent meat shield here. Green so far hasn't really been able to get any damage in. Gonna take the fight. The blue archer's not in position, though. Yeah, these paladin are gonna have to get crazy value here for Nepo clan. Have a shot at winning this game. Yeah, and look at that. The paladin just absolutely disappearing here. Yeah, this was an excellent place for red to hide. It's a pathing nightmare in there for paladin. He's under a castle. Got those archers back with the reinforcements. Yeah, blue's numbers are very, very small here. Those will be cleaned by the arbalist. More castles here for yellow. Look at these. So I assume he got the unique tech. We do have some raids from green, but there's just so many castles. These raids can only do so much. An Imperial Age on the way here for blue. Players are going to have to start thinking about trade here pretty soon. That paladin investment, that was a big gold dump there for green. The gold is going to start running a bit thin. The green, probably not enough to clean this. Targeting the villagers. We'll deny that castle, at least temporarily, but Archer should be able to clean this mass. Especially with the Boyar coming in. Elite Boyar already in. These things are going to do some serious work. Green does take out one of Yellow's castles, working on a second one. But there's no protection for these trebs, so I think once Yellow notices that, shouldn't have too much trouble cleaning it. Green doing a nice job, staying in front of the Boyar, not allowing them to get a jump on the crossbow. Who desperately needs some numbers for when he gets to Imperial Age. Only 24 archers right now. This time they're taking the fight under Blue's castle. Paladin continuing to stream in. This Arbalist, though. Red Arbalist. Putting out a lot of damage. But a lot of them aren't in on the fight. A lot of them are just shooting at buildings over here. Not a terrible fight for Nepo clan. That bill number is getting closer. They've only down by about 26 bills. The military disparity is absolutely terrifying. The numbers just continue to strew in. Feroker's team. Hard to see a way for them to lose this game at this point. Trebs clean another castle. Raids continue. Feroker has allowed Hackman Stally to do quite a bit there. There it is. GG is called. Very, very dominant performance there by Feroker's team. And yeah, it really just came down to that fast Castle Age time, managing not to take damage in Feudal Age. Right, they didn't get punished for that kind of greed. Yellow gets up, Knights are on the field. All of a sudden, Blue's in a really terrible position, and the pressure's on. So Yellow and Red just got that early Castle Age initiative, got a huge eco lead behind it, and there was maybe some chances there for Nepo Clan in Castle Age with numbers to punish yellow and red for the extent to which they prioritize economy, but they just never really got that massive military that they needed to do serious damage on yellow space or on red space. Wow, that's crazy. Pac-Man Stally actually ending up with basically the same res collected as the Slavs player. Yeah, Green did an excellent job. I mean, had a lot of pressure in his face. I think did a really nice job with the eco. I think maybe if Green had a little bit better unit control at spots. But the macro game was really fantastic from Pac-Man. All right, with that, we go to game number 2, which is on Hideout. And it looks like Pleb Guardiola will take a spot on the bench here, and Mr. Wololowitz will come in. Let's see what sibs we got here. Feroker, Khmer. Lopager, Portuguese. Khmer, Portuguese. On the other side, in the blue, Mr. Wololowitz as the Saracens, and Pac-Man Stally in the green as the Spanish. So at least we guessed that one correctly. Spanish Saracens on Hideout. We got Spanish matched up against Khmer. Khmer do have filthy economy. So let's see if Feroker is able to get himself in a position like he was last time where he can have a clean boom. Khmer are going to be absolutely terrifying, especially in the hands of Feroker. And let's see what Lopager goes for. Portuguese on this map, my inclination is they're going to try for organ guns. And Mr. Wololowitz with Saracens is maybe thinking feudal pressure, taking advantage of the building attack bonus. That's most likely going to be the play here. That'd be my guess. Spanish. I assume that's going to be fast castle on the Conquistador. And we'll see if Pac-Man Stally can use those conks to harass yellow before yellow really gets his economy cooking. We'll fast forward a bit here through the early game. So until we see players moving out. At the moment, everyone's just pushing deer. It's always a pain in the butt on this map with the deer spawning outside the gate. Yeah, Mr. Wololowitz, he's not going to mess around with that. He's just going to delete it. He'll put a house there in a little bit. And going to stone already, so it's definitely looking like feudal archers. Mr. Wololowitz. Keep an eye on when Pac-Man Stally goes to gold. 2 on wood here for Ferokers. Maybe he's thinking feudal age as well. Oh no, in fact they're just going to gold there. I don't think so. This does look like FC. You can afford to put a lot fewer to wood since you don't need those prerequisite buildings. But here we go, 19 pop for Pac-Man Stally, so this is not FC into Conk. This is Scouts probably into Conk. So it looks like maybe they'll try to pressure together with those archers. Maybe try to take Lopager out of the game here. All right, Mr. Wololowitz is up. Where is he going to put those ranges? Might be worth just to go forward range here to save time. Actually, going to put him on the north side. The opposite the enemy, which might be a mistake because timing is so crucial on this map where you know your opponent is fast castling. You need to get those archers there as quickly as possible, and that's going to add, what, 20 seconds of in-game transit time for your archers. Feroker very heavy to gold here. 5 vills on gold. Only 3 on wood. Definitely going to have the res, no problem. That's a fine build. 23 plus 2. It is indeed a stable, so the scouts are coming out here. Yellow will send a Vil. Clean that up. Yellow. Flicking to Castle Age. Here come the archers. Why are they going this way? Yeah, that is going to take forever to get there. Oh, especially when you're up against a Khmer fast castle. I mean, Feroker's going to be in Castle Age before those archers even arrive. That probably a miscalculation. I would much rather have seen blue with forward ranges pressuring red here with the scouts coming around since they have the ability. And then you could always take those archers and loop up here. It's not any further than going all the way around top at the start. Yeah, at the moment, Feroker just has to put some houses behind where these scouts are attacking. And, yeah, a non-fletching archer. Castle Age. Just around the corner. Feroker not even bothering to get a stable at this point. I think he's just going to try to defend the town centers here. We'll see, though. Now that he sees the archers, he might think about dropping a stable. Taking Vils off gold. Just needed the gold to get up. Has transferred them over to wood for those additional town centers. Feroker has every intention, I think, of being a very greedy boy here. TC. About TC3. Where's that going to go? Here? Or here? Actually, a siege workshop. There's just absolutely no damage that Nepo clans can be able to get here. Lopager has clicked to Castle Age as well. That transit time is just way, way too much. Make feudal aggression happen on Ida. You gotta be on top of them so quickly. Yes, we have Expo starting for Lopager, so it's not gonna be straight into working time. Not on stone at all. So just thinking Expo aggression. And that's another tough thing about having the archers make this kind of transit time is it can be so hard to bring them back in defense. Honestly, blue might be best off just trying to come around and counterattacking on this side. There's TC number 3 for Feroker. Trying to secure his gold. And has really nice res spawn here. A safe stone and a safe gold. Sends a villager out there. I think it was going for the trap. Yeah, it does trap the scouts in. Now, blue should be able to break him out here, no problem, but Feroker being a very cheeky boy. These archers are in, but very limited damage they're going to be able to secure. That's an interesting farm. I don't think Feroker's going to want to keep that farm. And it does lose a Vil. First Vil down. But Scorpa's on the way. 3 TC boom here for Lopager as well. So Feroker's team should be able to get themselves so far economically here. If you're green, you start hamming the stone here. It is on stone. Maybe that's your play. Is you just hope you can desperately try to just drop a castle on this. Turn that boom into a prison. They're gonna have to do something really aggressive like that, 'cause otherwise this is gonna be really out of reach in terms of the Vil count resources. All right, Castle Age is on the way for Nepo clan. They should be up at a decent time given the feudal production. But they are very much on the clock. And we've already got 3 Scorps out here for Feroker. Blue's archers are going to head back to his home. That's interesting. So Lopager opted to make 4 archers, adding a 5th now. Doesn't have expo, doesn't have fletching. So I think maybe he wanted that just in case he needed to switch into them. Okay, Archer's actually changing directions. They're now going to head over this way. Yeah, blue is thinking about targeting red here. Now this is the only... There's no other gold right back here. Yeah, red is definitely more vulnerable. The resource spawn not nearly as generous as for Feroker. Maybe they can target that gold. If they come forward with a siege workshop here, maybe they can get Lopager out of the game. But Khmer with this kind of boom. Already 26 farms down. Oh, they're going to be scary. Excited to see what Feroker goes into. Fingers crossed for Ballista Elephantos. Lopager with a decent boom himself as well. 22 farms, sitting on 45 villagers. But this is a lot like that last game. They're going to need some crazy... They're going to need to do something crazy here. Nepo clan is. Here comes that castle we were talking about, but the Scorpions might be able to deny it. It'd be nice if green scouts were over here. Green deleting it. We go for a much more conservative one, and see, this castle's just not going to do the work they need it to do. They need this castle to actually pressure this economy. This castle doesn't. I think it's too... I don't know. I mean, I guess there's no other way to do it, though. Those Scorpions are protected. No way to jump on them. See why green feels forced. Drop the castle there. And these archers did take out some walls here, but red able to push blue away. Blue's army, of course, split at the moment. Let's see if blue tries to send the rest of that army over here. Link up. Second range coming down for red. Yeah. And they're staying 1 TC, but I think blue, he's going to stay 1 TC, needs to get siege up here. They need to push so hard because this clock is ticking. And it's ticking fast. The vill count, 40 villager advantage right now. 67 vills for Feroker, 32 farms. Economy is drunk. University coming down. Yeah, definitely wondering if this army tries to link up with this one. Right now, red's got more than enough to defend against this. Alright, yeah. Blue thinking about a castle follow-up. Yeah, all the more reason to try to get those archers over here. He's going to need enough archers to support that castle drop. But just like on the other side, I think for that castle drop to have to give Nepo clan a chance, it's going to have to be crazy aggressive. Right in red's face. Maybe right here, maybe right there. But blue's going to need the military to support that kind of a drop. 50 military edge. 6 corps coming out. Jeez. 2 vills go down. Does have a decent number of conch garrisoned in there. But I don't think enough to deal with these. Green doesn't really have the eco to support significant light cav production. If you drop that castle on red's face, yeah, it's going to have to be so suffocating that red can't just click the imp and take it out. Who wants it, but still only 300 stone at the moment. Looks like, yeah, thinking about fast imp here. Look at Feroker's food. Oh my gosh. Feroker's going to drop a castle and go up. Well, he doesn't even need the castle to go up. Yeah, Sprite's not just selling for it, but I guess no rush. Oh, right, no, never had a market, of course, right? Didn't need the prerequisite building. So, yeah. Doesn't have a way to buy that gold yet. Timing will be very nice here for Feroker. We'll be able to take this out about the time that he's going to start needing access to that second gold. And man, I just don't see a way back into this for Nepo clan. All right, the two armies are here. Although this army right now attacking a building and not engaged with these archers. Let's see if blue can get a good surround. Does not have ballistics. Uh-oh, red might catch this small army actually out on its own. Red does have ballistics. Both armor upgrades. Blue right now with no armor. Yeah, 4 archers go down for free there. Make it 5. Yeah, this is not at all going the way that Mr. Wallowitz surely wants it to and definitely needs it to. Alright, more scorpions on the menu here for Feroker. Look how scorpion sneak. No one expects the scorpion sneak. Pure Age on the way. Feroker's resources are absolutely drunk at this point. Almost double the resources for Feroker's team. Now, green has gone for a very fast in, but Feroker's not going to be far behind. Should be able to repair this for days. Now, Khmer don't have access to Bombard. So maybe green can get enough trebs out. Find a way to repair this castle. Sitting on 300 stone, but there's no vills nearby to repair. Oh, I missed this. Really nice clean here by green. Jumping on it with the conch. Excellent clean on those scorpions. Yeah, and yellow has basically no military in the field at all right now. Maybe green could find a way to jump on this treb when it comes out. But man, green is going to need one of the craziest snowballs we've ever seen. Have a shot here against Feroker. Rams coming out to try to take out these trebs. The conchs out of position. Where are the conchs? Okay, no, they're there. They're just blind. And it's just to take him out, push him back. The castle is down. I think Pac-Man needs to jump on this immediately. Indeed, he's going to attempt to do that. Production here for yellow is just going to catch up so fast. Pac-Man's in big trouble here. This military goes down, there's absolutely nothing left. Those conchs are getting taken out by light cav. There isn't anything close to enough of a death ball here. Feroker's treb in position. The Rams are coming up. Expo in support. Now red gets a wall here, but doesn't quite finish it. So nice counterattack here from blue. Let's see if he can deny that castle. But green's castle undoubtedly going down here. We've got capped ram, trebs. That's toast. Oh, and that castle will go up. 100 bill difference right now. I expect we'll see the GG here pretty soon. I mean, Wallowitz and Pac-Man might not realize how far behind they are. Looking at the score, it's only 1,000 difference. But at this point, with those ecos, there is no win condition, is there? Heart attacks. Feroker has a heart attack. It's probably the only win condition. Hussar upgrade in now for Feroker as well. Continuing to add scorpions. I think we're just going to see Hussar, but Arbalist in for Lopager as well. Green, his base is about to absolutely evaporate here. Green definitely had the right thought there with that castle. But the Scorp Feroker just having a few Scorps out enough to keep that castle off his face. Without those Scorps, who knows? They could have get that castle really up in there. Maybe that's enough. This is a death ball. They have absolutely no chance to stop. You have 4 TCs over here for Wallowitz. Do you have any Treb production here from Red? Nope. Lopager entirely focused on this side. Nice little quick walls here for Green, trying to buy some time for the Trebs. Trebs actually landing some nice shots on the Arbalest there. But the Hussar are in. The Hussar will kill all. Quick gate attempt here from Green. Do have Arbalest for blue here. Trebs targeting the capped rams. The Hussar continue to flood in, and look at this. Here comes 17 Scorpions. Are they heavy? Not yet. The Hussar are everywhere. The GG will be forthcoming here. There it is. GG, well played, good luck next. Excellent sportsmanship there. And Feroker's team with a 2-0 win in the set in week number 2. So sweeps in both week 1 and week 2 for Feroker's team, looking like an extremely strong team in the division. But next week will be their toughest matchup yet. They will be facing the 1 seed LWS, who I think they went 2-0 and 2-1. So both those teams a lock for the playoff, but they'll be fighting over the 1 seed in week number 3. All right. Yeah, the Feroker basically had the economy of Pac-Man and Wallowitz put together there. Not surprising, Pac-Man and Wallowitz knew they had to go all in once they weren't able to get any of that feudal aggression. But yeah, that game, I mean, I think really just came down to they needed to get so much early aggression in. And targeting the Khmer player, probably not the best call there when the Archer player's on this side. I think they might have had more luck targeting Lopager. I mean, I think I understand the thought process. Feroker, very, very strong 1v1 player. And there's a significant elo gap between Feroker and everyone else in this set. So I think they were thinking if we can maybe put the hurt on the really high elo player first. But that just wasn't really a reality of the map. Plus, you've got the uber fast Khmer uptime. That makes it even harder. All right, well, that will do it for that set. Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing more from both these teams going forward. And yeah, good luck to both these teams next week. Feroker's team again playing LWS, and Nepo clan up against Muted and Drunk. So let's see if Nepo's clan wins next week. Let's see. Right now, Muted and Drunk is 1-1. Nepo clan is 0-2. So Nepo clan wins next week. Both those teams will be 1-2. And then the tiebreaker, I don't remember my own handbook. Let's look real quick here. I'm trying to remember if the tiebreaker is head-to-head first or if it's number of games won. If it's head-to-head, Nepo clan very much controls their own destiny. Let's look. Ties will be broken on the basis of head-to-head results, then game win set percentage, then opponent strength. So head-to-head, yeah. If Nepo clan can beat out their opponents next week, they should be in. playoffs, assuming that the favorites in the other sets win out. Actually, it doesn't matter what happens in LWS versus Feroker's team for the purposes of Nepo Clan. But I think they need Mr. and Mrs. to win next week. So a win themselves and a win by Mr. and Mrs., I believe, guarantees them a playoff spot. So we'll be watching that with great interest. All right. Y'all have a good day. Be well.